This poem is called The Unsorted. We live and evolve, and gradually, naturally, we change, drift apart, find our nodes. We discover our interests, and may segregate ourselves from those who do not share them. High school is infamous for its cliques, interest groups closed off from others. But the adult world is worse. In high school, we sit at separate lunch tables. In adult life, in separate neighborhoods. In high school, we fall into classrooms. In adult life, into classes. As high school ends, we will sort more naturally, perhaps smoothing interactions. Yet we lose our connections, however forced, that we knew our entire lives. Our opposite interests in the same building, our distinct ways, attitudes, loves, choices, priorities, all boxed in together. We set it all free, as we must, but may it always be cherished.
Welcome to Senior Night 2017. Tonight we celebrate you and all your accomplishments and how far you've come with wonderful talent and just a little bit of fun before the real thing on Thursday. So thank you parents for coming. I'm Miss Uford and I'm here to introduce Miss Christina Cox.
Welcome graduates, families, and friends. Tonight is our opportunity to celebrate in a less formal manner the graduating class of 2017. Many people are probably giving you advice right now, so I'm going to add my 2 cents. You may not know, but I am a huge country music fan. All right. For me, country music always has a lesson to be learned. So I'm framing my advice based on songs that represent that advice. And I'm not singing it, don't worry. Rodney Atkins sings, "When you're going through hell, keep on going. You may get through before the devil knows you're there." To me, this is about perseverance. Life, as some of you have already experienced, is hard. Don't give up. Use the skills and the resources that you have learned over these past 12 years. Keep fighting through all of your hardships. You will be stronger in the end. There is a last time for everything by Brad Paisley. This is about enjoying moments. Life happens fast, and it appears to go faster the older you get. So appreciate the little things and tell those that you care about how you feel. You won't be sorry. And finally, we all deserve to be happy people by Little Big Town. Do what makes you happy and seek out happiness. You are in charge of your own happiness. No one can give it to you. You have to make it. As we continue to celebrate and appreciate the class of 2017, we as a staff at Lake Washington High School want you to know that we are proud of you. And we wish you the very best in the future. We look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments and know that once a Kang, always a Kang. Congratulations.
Can't hear ya.
Snow
Hello? All right. Can we get a big round of applause for Mr. Marsh? He taught me how to write speeches. Hopefully I don't get The Merriam-Webster definition of kangaroo is a fun and intelligent individual that attends/graduated in Lake Washington High School. As I'm looking around, I see a lot of kangaroos out here tonight. That's what we are, kangs. We bleed purple and white, and we can jump 10 feet high and are champions of kickboxing. It is an honor to speak in front of a class that I've come to love and respect. Sebastian, Chef, Avatar, whatever you call me, I want to thank you because without you, I wouldn't have become the person I am today. Before junior year, I didn't have any confidence in talking to people. I kept to myself. Then one day I came to school as a chef. That's when my life got turned upside down. My fear of people was defeated. I found my hobby and developed a cooking show named of Let's Cook. I want to give a quick shout out to the people that made my uprising possible. Colton Lanning, Alex Sundin, Robbie Bartman, and of course, Mr. Hale. I especially want to thank all of you for crowning me King Sebastian I. I think I served you well and fairly, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've all given me. I want to thank teachers that have taught me essential things that will help me succeed in life. Mr. Terich, thanks for teaching me how to read. Mr. Hale, thanks for teaching me that green pants and the Crocs are the way to go. I want to thank Miss Wyatt because she taught me about colors and perspective. Thanks, Mr. Greenwood, for teaching me how to have a sick flow, air, and freestyle. I want to thank Miss Marcus for teaching me that doing your work actually helps you learn. I want to thank Mr. Hanson for existing. And I want to give a special thanks to Miss Moore for teaching everyone that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. But in all seriousness, every teacher I had has taught me something that will stick with me forever. Hopefully you feel the same way, because the last 4 years have been full of learning and memories that will help us on our way to becoming a senior citizen. This is something that's been on my chest for a while now. I get asked a lot, why do you dress up as a chef? Why do you wear all these hats? Why do you have a blue arrow on your head? I feel like I owe you the reason why I do what I do. What I do, I hope, has a huge impact on your daily lives and makes every day a little bit more tolerable. The reason why I do all these crazy things is, drumroll please, Graduation. Graduation is a day where we are released into the world. We should be proud we were able to do everything they said a kid couldn't do. We fought against assignments and projects, stayed up all night struggling to study for tests, and in the end, we have slayed the dragon that is high school. Remember me, remember the staff, remember your classmates, remember your friends, but most importantly, remember that parallel universe is our real language.
So that poem is called High School in a Nutshell. High school is a time to learn the lessons of life. Through the courses you take and the choices you make, you begin to control your fates. Pass or fail. 5 letters ruling over you, A, B, C, D, and F. Pluses, minuses, bonuses to raise your grade. But what truly is a grade? Is it a mark of your aptitude and ability to understand? Or a letter on a page that means nothing outside of these walls, its domain? I got an F, so that means I'm a failure? An omnipotent letter created by a man who I will never meet? But for following the norms of society, you're rewarded with A's and little pieces of paper that say, "Good job, you're not an idiot!" But am I stupid for getting a few questions wrong? Does anyone know what the definite integral from 2 to x of f of t dt is? Yes, teacher, let me answer that. Actually, no, let me answer that. How does that help me with life? When I did this place of learning, I had put 4 years, actually 3 years, 9 months, and 13 days, but who's counting, to learn some basic facts of life. I shouldn't have to take 4 years of math that I will never use again. You think that my boss will care if I know the definition of salubrious? How is building DNA with Kinect's going to help me understand the housing market? You know what would help? Home ec. Now some of you are probably thinking, huh? What's that? Let me explain. Home ec was a class that all students were required to take back in the good old days. It's actually the important parts of life: how to cook salubrious foods, how to handle finances, how to manage family resources, how to sew, how to shop for a house, consumerism, how to clean. The list goes on, but I will not. 12 years, 13 if you count the drool-covered, nap-taking, bum-sucking year of kindergarten. Everything leads up to you graduating. Graduation is not a celebration of accomplishments. It is the day that you become a self-serving adult who no longer has teachers to hold their hand and guide them step by step through the process. Graduation is the day you use those wings to fly away. So I hope that you made the most of your time with friends while you're here. Because come the day after graduation, guess what? You're going to be on your own. And I recommend that you prepare yourself nicely for the next part of your life.
the man, the myth, the legend, the second most popular teacher here at LW, Mr. Terridge.
Hello. Wow, I've done like 10 poetry slams and all of a sudden I'm nervous. Okay. Greetings, parents, students, family members. First of all, I want to say thanks to the senior class officers for recommending I speak tonight. I am honored and moved. For those in the audience that don't know me, I'm Mr. Terridge. For some reason or another, I was voted by the student body in our yearbook as the best storyteller, so I'll start with the story. As many of the students on the stage know, I used to work in bookstores. You remember those things, right? They were like movies on paper and stuff. Well, one day at the store, a young man, fresh out of high school, came in. And he started to ask for something, but he just couldn't figure out the word for what he wanted. I urged him to try and describe the book. You see, in the world of book retail, we get a lot of people coming in for books whose titles they have long forgotten or perhaps never knew in the first place. We got a lot of, it was on this table and it was blue. We even got once, it was red and it was in the shop window last Christmas. Bookstore employees are never at a loss for stories to tell about their customers, good or bad, funny or heartbreaking. But this young man had just come from his job at 24-Hour Fitness. I knew this because he was still wearing his company polo t-shirt, and he was energetic from a day of rushing endorphins, and he started to describe what he wanted. Okay, it's a book that has words in it. No joke, this was the first thing he said. I knew he meant more than just the rudimentary definition of a book, so I tried to help him out. Do you mean a dictionary? He said, no, it's not a dictionary, but it has a list of words and other words that mean the same thing. And I responded exuberantly, oh, a thesaurus. He had a pause, small look of thought on his face, and then said, no, that's not it. Now, there is great irony in not realizing there really isn't another word for thesaurus. But all this is to say that no matter how hard you have all worked, how successful you may have been in high school, you will have moments of intense stupidity, or at least mild forgetfulness. It happens. Brush it off. Had this young gentleman actually found the thesaurus he actually wanted, he could have learned that the best way to say goodbye is farewell. Or my preferred Shakespearean version, fare thee well. Which is more than just goodbye, it's a final compliment. A wish, a way of saying, safe journeys. I hope everything's going to be okay for you in your future because I care about you and your welfare. When I was asked to speak to the graduating class of 2017 and their families and friends, I thought there were so many different ways I could go. After all, there are as many types of graduation addresses as there are graduations. I could go with the cranky old man speech, aka the kids these days speech, in which I would show my age by ranting about the loss of writing with the rise of emojis and slang and technology and snap twits. And how you can all send a photo, text someone, and hashtag it at the same time. For some reason, you can't check your school email. Bah! I can't wait till you all get lower back problems and your metabolism slows down. I could give the political climate speech, aka the save us from ourselves speech. Bubbles, hashtag resist, civil responsibility, hell in a handbasket. Do good things, be good people. But we've been on overload of that for a while, so I say, bah! Who needs it? I could give the vague slogan speech, aka the you be you. Dreams, just do it, believe. Essentially, life is a series of inspirational Instagram quotes. Ah! I could give the artsy metaphor speech, the AKA life is a poem. I'd match up life events to parts of a poem and it'd be fairly obscure as I discuss in jam and off rhyme and anapes. It would be erudite but stuffy. Bah! So what do I cover? What's my curriculum for tonight? How do I possibly give you one last lesson? This is my very last chance to try to teach you something. And I'm equally ecstatic that I get this opportunity and heartbroken that this is the end. 10 minutes is not enough. It's not nearly enough. I have so much to tell you still. So what haven't I told you? But you see, that is the trick. If you had me for English, I already gave you the lessons you'll need. You just didn't know it. You see, life is essentially an essay. What, didn't I say that I wasn't going to pick one of those cliche speeches? No, I did not. Lesson number 1, all adults are hypocrites and liars. Get over it. Welcome to adulthood. But in all seriousness, all of the lessons I gave you about essay writing will teach you a lot you need to know about life. Perhaps not everything, but that's why we write multiple essays. After you've learned that everyone is a liar and a hypocrite, lesson number 2 is avoid first person. In an academic essay, the writer should not use the first person pronouns of I or we. It makes the universal too personal. The same is true in life. It's not always about you. As you go through life, meeting new people who will have stories you've never heard, experiences you've never had, hardships you've never endured, perspectives you've never gained, just listen. Learn. Gain a new perspective. Empathize. Don't just be waiting to get your words in. Feel comfortable just sitting back and listening. Once you open yourself up to new opportunities for listening, you will be amazed what you can hear. Lesson number 3, clarity is the most important thing. Just as your sentences need to make sense with the right words in the right order, you should also try to make decisions with a clear mind. You will be tempted many times to make decisions out of fear, or sadness, or stress, or even love. But those emotions can cloud your judgment and often do. The best thing to do in all these instances is to sleep on it. Everything looks different in the light of a new day. Clarity is key. Don't send that angry email. Don't send that bitter text. Look at your friends eye to eye when you want to talk to them about something that's bothering you. Write down the pros and cons. Make lists. Have patience. Not everything needs to be handled right away.
I grew up riding a scooter with light-up wheels that once defined my childhood. Using it as my getaway car from the problems I cannot fix on my own. Watching television shows that generations after me now refer to as old classics. Loving rainy days because they made for the best play dates, jumping in the puddles and dancing in the rain. I believe growing up, there's few things you don't believe are true. The monsters that hide in the closet, boo-boos get healed best by a kiss, and everything magical or related to superheroes is what makes the world go around. Swinging on swings and going as high as you can in hopes you'll end up among the stars. I believe that with a blink of an eye, now we are older. Princesses are not always how we feel, and superheroes are only seen on the movie screens, hiding inside on rainy days because Netflix now brings the joy of what used to be filled with play dates. Screaming all night long at football games until your voice is faded in among the crowd. I believe that we know that kisses can't fix everything. You'll always walk away with battle scars more than you came with. Friendships sometimes come to an end. Those you start your journey with oftentimes are not there at the finish line waiting for you. As we say goodbye, there is always someone saying hello. And growing up goes by fast, and with the blink of an eye, even this will be considered to be lost in the past. I believe that we will. We'll finally understand that growing up has caused us to stand firm in the few things we believe. Often thinking back to scooters with light-up wheels that once defined our childhood, the only monsters hiding in our closets are the ones that we now face out on the field. And the only way to get them to go away is by chanting that we will win. And because the day has finally come where we have officially won. I believe.
I believe.
I believe that.
I believe that.
I believe that we.
I believe that we.
I believe that we have.
I believe that we have.
I believe that we have won.
I believe that we have won.
I believe that we have won.
I believe that we have won. I believe that we have won. I believe that we have won.
I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I want to let you know when we're done this evening, there will be refreshments in the Commons, and it's a great place for you to be able to take pictures, eat some cookies. Hopefully there's cookies there, I don't know, but that's what I'm looking for. And I also wanted to give you a little bit of my knowledge. Mr. Carriage and Ms. Thomas and everyone gave you some tidbits, so I think that you should hear from me. A few things. When in life you don't know what to do, the saying goes, when in doubt, factor it out. It's the BFF method, not the BF method. And if you're ever in an awkward situation, there's always the robot. In closing, we would like to sing the fight song. Not me, you don't want to hear me sing. But the student body is going to lead you in the fight song. And when we're done with the fight song, Brandon will be leading the graduates this way out of the gym. Graduates stand and turn toward the audience.
Yeah, we're